you're at home, a lot of times you're limited on space. You don't have a huge indoor field like this at your disposal. Maybe the park is closed or you don't want to go anywhere. You just want a quick little session to get some touches and get a sweat. Your garage, your living room, your basement, your driveway, your backyard. This is for you. A little square, very, very small, different drills you can do with just 4 cones, 4 socks. Some juggling, some footwork, some dribbling, some off the ball movement, speed and agility, some jumping. Again, this will help you if you're limited on space. One thing you can do in a box is obviously juggling, and obviously there's different variations of juggling as well. You can work on, balance on one leg, try not to move at all. Like, see how I'm hopping a little bit? That would be no good. Can you stop the hop and just stay still? Something else you can do is your normal juggling, bop, 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 just alternating feet. You can work different parts of your body and work it up, try to get it to the thigh, maybe a shoulder in there. Keep on juggling, heading. But the goal is to stay inside of the square. And obviously, another variation as well is, low to high. If that's too easy for you, maybe you start low and go high. But the challenge is to go over the head, but stay inside the square. And I'd say the last thing maybe is just over the head juggles continuous. And this is probably the hardest variation, where you're here and you stay here. This is the hardest one to stay inside the square. You can see now I'm moving around. I'm purposely keeping it above the head, but I left the square. Can you just stay here and try to keep it above the head? You can see I'm playing it safe and going all left foot because I'm all left foot. But obviously, if I was in my prime and still playing, I would make sure I practice that weakness, which is, for me, my right leg. In addition to juggling, you can also do footwork. You don't need much space to work on your feet. You can, use the middle of the square, you can use individual cones, you can use multiple cones, but again, all you need is this very, very small space. Whether you're a beginner, doing boxes or pulls, trying to get your head up, toe taps, or maybe like a Brazilian toe tap, all basic stuff. Or if you're more advanced, maybe you're working on scissors and Cruyffs and L turns and pulls, step over scissor, whatever it may be. There's a scale for everyone. Like I said, the first part of your footwork might be in the center of the square. If you're a beginner, an example for you might be box, box, pull. Again, not super easy, but again, doable for almost everyone if you take your time and really learn the pattern and get the rhythm. Box, box, pull, right? Box, box, pull. Box, box, pull. See how I'm alternating feet. I can start slow. If it gets easy, I can keep going. See how I'm putting the ball out wide? I like that better when you actually have to reach for it. Box, box, pull, box, box, pull. Again, I'm staring at the ground. Can I get my head up a little bit every now and then? There's another thing you should be working on as a beginner. Bop, 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 pull. Peek up, see downfield, look around. If you're a little bit more advanced, maybe you do something like scissor, touch, Cruyff. Scissor, touch, out of the box, crank it back in, kill it. Other way, scissor, touch, Cruyff, back in. 2 more for you, scissor, touch, Cruyff, back in, and again, scissor, touch, Cruyff, back in. Those are 2 random examples. Be creative, make up your own footwork drill. Just be aggressive with your touches and go game speed. Besides just staying in the center, like I mentioned earlier, you can just use 1 cone. A drill I use a lot is cone circles. You really should call it a square, because you're really making a square around the cone. But again, you're circling it, so I call it cone circles. You can go right foot, out, in, roll, pull, out, in, roll, pull. You can go left foot, out, in, roll, pull, out, in, roll, pull. I like that because it's a good warm-up. It uses each part of the foot, outside touch, inside touch, and the sole. So again, whether you're a beginner or more advanced, everyone can benefit from that one. The main difference though, if you're advanced, is the speed. Can you do it at a very, very high level with maximum speed and not mess up or hit the cone? You also can go 2 feet as well if you want to mix it up and start using both feet at the same time. There's no right answer. Either direction is fine, but the main way again, outside, inside, roll, pull. Outside, inside, roll, pull. So we did inside the box, we did our 1 cone by itself. Maybe you come on the side of the box now and use 2 cones. Again, there's no right or wrong answer. Just keep your feet moving and get after it. So on this one, maybe I start here and I do something like a pull, a touch, L turn, pull, and now I'm on the other side, knock it forward. Pull, touch, L turn, pull, knock it forward. I'm making that horseshoe shape, backwards, sideways, and then forwards. So now at speed, pull, touch, L turn, pull, knock it forward. Pull, touch, L turn, pull, knock it forward. Bop, bop. Again, those patterns I just made up off the top of my head. There's no right or wrong answer. When you're at home, in your garage, in the basement, outside, at the park, wherever, work on different patterns. There's no, one move's better than the other. Work on different things, right and left foot, use different parts of the foot, change up your speeds. That'll make you a better footballer. Again, all you need is a small box, and you can even dribble. You're like, where am I gonna dribble? It's so small, there's no space here. Again, you have to be effective in tight spaces when you're a good dribbler. Obviously, you have to open it up down the wing and the whole field sometimes, but again, in tight spaces is crucial. So yes, you can do dribbling exercises in a very tight box. For example, use 2 of the cones. Maybe you do some figure eights here. Figure eights, just going back and forth. You can go maybe all one leg, so all right foot using the inside and the outside, or you can use both feet, right foot, left foot, choice is yours. Maybe you use 3 cones now and use this L shape, maybe touch, pull, quickly, wrap around in advance, boom. Again, I'm making this up, throw some rolls in, maybe I do a Cruyff. Again, I'm completely freestyling, step over. I'm working my dribbling though. That's your L. Third one, off the top of the head, do an X, a little bit bigger now. So you come straight, diagonal, switch to the left, straight, diagonal. You can stop or you can go again. Obviously work both sides. So we did a bunch of drills on the ball, but we know it's also very important to be efficient off the ball for performance and also health. So right now we're gonna take a break from this, put it right behind us, and just focus on our body, some jumping and landing, some speed, some change of direction in a very tight space. First, I'm gonna give you 2 jumping exercises, 2 plyometric drills here, working different planes of motion. Soccer, it's multi-directional. You're not just running in a straight line. You're not just going side to side. You're going all over the place, changing direction. So these drills will help and have a good carryover to the field. So the first jump, we're gonna go, lateral to linear, sideways to forward. So maybe you start here and you work on pushing past the box, pushing back, and try to jump to the other side. If you're a real athlete, maybe you can jump outside the square. You can come back, work the other side, boom, boom, get out. Obviously, good strong landing, focus on good jumping and landing mechanics. The second one, a little different, maybe you do L bounds, boom, boom. So you're here, make that capital L, open up your hip and stick, that's 1. Flip the hip open, away, back, and hold. Last one, flip, bop, bop, bop. Obviously, that's all one leg versus the other one. A lot of it is on 2 legs, jumping off 2. So I like to pair those together, 1 single leg and obviously 1 bilateral as well. So we did our jumps. Again, those are 2 examples of hundreds, thousands. Go online, look some more up. You don't need much space. Be creative. Think about a game. Think about what you have to do. In a real game, you're going sideways, sideways, and exploding forward. In a real game, you're flipping your hip and going backwards. That's why I picked those 2, but again, there's way more than just those 2. But hey, give those a try, see if they help. Speed. Maybe the first one, you're inside the square, and you're here, and you're working on different directional jabs. So you're here, jab, come back. This one's a little bit more defensive now. Jab, come back, scan. You can go backwards too. Boom, backwards, and you're back. Backwards, and you're back. If you have a partner, even better, you can number these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if your partner calls out a number, 3, boom, jab to 3. 1. That makes it much more realistic because obviously you have no idea where you're going and you have to react just like a real game. The second one you can do if you want to open it up a little bit more, but again, I'm not going to go that much past the square. Very small spaces. So now I'm going to move outside the square. Maybe you do a little bit of sprinting, shuffling, flipping, and coming back. Again, sprinting, shuffling, flip, cross step back. Those are 3 things you're going to do. Again, very defensive minded here. Close the ball down. Lateral movement. Flip the hip and obviously recover. That could be a cross step. It could be a jockey. However you want to do it, there's no right answer. Mix it up. So again, in full speed, sprint, shuffle, flip, jockey. I'll do one with cross stepping, sprint, shuffle, flip, cross step, stick. Good mechanics, start, stop, change direction. They're very effective for performance and also health. I hope you guys enjoyed those drills. Again, my way isn't always the best way. I'm just giving you a couple examples of each. Feel free to run with this and expand on it and add some of your own flavor to it. But again, my point is no excuses. Everyone's like, I have no room, I have no equipment. Man, there's people all over the world with far less than you and they make it happen. Little square, 1 ball, could be any markers you have. Just get after it, enjoy it, get better, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.